The game's features and what we've been up to since the original. The original game came out in 2001, which is several years ago now. It instantly became a success, topping the PC charts for quite some time. Captured people's imaginations not only for the things that it did do, but for the things it potentially could do. Since then, we've been developing our core technologies and our brand new engine. This has allowed us to do all of the next-gen things that we wanted the game to do, based still on the original. We've taken the game and evolved it, still retaining its original simulation heart, but making it a much more immersive experience. The fear, the adrenaline rush of combat is genuinely and faithfully recreated and communicated to you guys, the players. Flashpoint 2 uses our new Ego engine, which we've been developing for around 4 or 5 years, and you guys would have previously seen it in Grid. It's allowed us to do add much more visual fidelity to the game, much more than the original, implement much greater density of content, much more intelligent AI. The game also has a much more mature audience now, so we've gone to see one that people are used to seeing war on news, documentaries, so we've gone for a pretty realistic presentation. We know now that everybody can see that vehicles aren't factory fresh. They get banged up, they're scratched, they're jammed, they get broken, they get dirty and they get used. The island itself, where Operation Flashpoint is based, is called Skira Island. It's part of a chain of islands called the Sakhalin Islands, just north of Japan and a little bit east of China. Now this island itself has changed hands a number of times. First it was Chinese, then the Japanese took it over around World War II, the Soviet Union then liberated them, and then they've never really given it back. Now that would have been the end of the story, but just recently, massive amounts of oil and gas has been found on the island. This story that I'm telling you is real life. The player can go and look it up if they want to. We're actually in-game here. This is our in-game engine working. The island is 220 square kilometers in size. You can see that there's much more depth of content than there was in the original. Both graphical, as you can see behind me, and with actual density of objects within the landscapes. In the original game, there wasn't much cover. Now there are trees, buildings, even the folds in the ground where the player can use to hide, to take cover. There's a whole host of things. But remember, the artificial intelligence, the AI, will do the same thing. They will take cover, they will use the ground and the terrain and everything that we put in there, as well as you will. Battle takes place on a large scale, so it becomes vitally important to use these objects in very tactical ways. Thermal vision, for example. Thermal vision allows you to see through foliage, leaves. So there's no point hiding in a forest. Get down on the ground, get behind those hills, make sure that people can't see you. Behind me, we're just zooming in through some of the landscapes that we were able to create, just so you get a view of what the land